Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all you other cool cryptids out there, and welcome to Scrubhaus Video Club Live. We're back. My name is Glowcamp, but you can call me Audrey because, well, we're friends, and of course, with me as always, we have Mr. Green Screen.
Hi, I'm Skunk Rocker, and yes, I have a green screen now because I'm living in my new place now, which is half of the reason we didn't have a show last week.
Yes, the other half was the fact that I was down and out with a severe sports injury that happened because I slipped in some mud.
You tore a tendon.
Well, minor tearing, pulled and minor tearing. It wasn't that bad. I can walk on it and shit now, but yes.
Grassy's like, Skunk has such power now. Yes, I do. And of course,
now I'm not going to be the only one stealth showing movies to people.
Yeah, except I think mine are going to be a bit more obvious.
Yes,
this is good. We're going to make this into a game. What am I technically watching in the background?
Okay, well, let me ask you. What do you think I'm watching in the background?
A white screen, because that's what it looks like to me.
That's wrong.
I know it is. I know it's wrong. I have no idea what you're watching because, like I said, it's all white.
You would have never guessed anyway. It is Havoc 7.
Havoc 7.
Havoc 7. This gigantic thing is just
crap. I
motorcycle.
Love that logo
and car crashes. Like this is all like stock car, dirt car, motorcycle,
is it a movie,
rally.
Or is it
no,
like
it's just clips of crashes.
Fuck yeah, that sounds like something I'd be into.
Like I just watched a rally car flip.
Hell yeah. Right there. Yeah. I just have some shitty movie on. Who cares? It's a really bad film nobody likes. Except me.
Saved a company. But nobody likes it.
This one didn't save a company. This one almost put a company under. What was it that Robert Englund said? He said it was still a success. It just wasn't a phenomenal success. Almost ended some people's careers.
Yeah, well.
I still like it. It's still my favorite. Anyway, we don't, as you saw with the title and with the description of the video, we didn't have a topic because we're just so glad to be back. We figure we're just going to bullshit for an hour. We're going to talk with you guys out here in the audience. Of course, we got Mythos is here, my temporary co-host at one time, and Grassy, she's here as well, and Boat. Hey, look, there's Boat.
There's a Boat.
There's your favorite. Your favorite's here. I love how the fact that every time I I have to fix that in OBS because every time I put my mouse up on screen to do something, you can see it in the background from where I'm streaming the video.
It is you are incorrect about the movie. The movie that you are thinking of specifically, whenever you say the VR movie with the tricksters, Skunk, pay attention to me. It's funny, Skunk's not answering you. I'm answering. The answer to that movie is Brain Scan. That is not what that is.
I was gonna keep it a secret. It's not Brain Scan. No.
It's not Brain Scan.
But I want people to keep guessing, and I'm not going to tell you whether or not I'm you're right or wrong. Oops, I accidentally put it up full screen. Oops, let's not do that. I'll put it this way, Mythos. You've seen this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a random horror quiz on you in
yeah, a little bit. Gonna be fun, and we're gonna. So this is basically So I'm not even. I didn't even have the fucking banner ready because I'm an idiot. So yeah, here we go. There it is. Tonight's topic: an episode about nothing. We said it's basically this is what the entire episode is going to be. It's going to be this. It's going to be this for a while, and also horror movie questions, which would be funny. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this means.
Abdullah Oblongata. The Abdullah Oblongata.
Oblongata.
The Abdullah Oblongata is
Dan's here. Dan's here. Dan says y'all bullshit for an hour. It's probably more interesting than most things. Yeah, well, I mean.
All right. I'm going to randomly start asking you questions.
Gotta love that. Yeah, gotta love Dan. Gotta love Dan. That's too funny. That's too funny, Audrey. Gotta love Dan. His name is Dan. Come on, it's too funny. Oh, hey, a motorcycle.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
By the way, Mythos got it right, but just saying. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm just gonna say that's Dan.
No, that's the uvula. The medulla oblongata is like the brainstemmy thingy.
Yeah, uvula. Not to be confused with vulva. That's a different part of the body.
Yes, that is absolutely a different part of the body. All right, so I found a horror movie quiz from American Express. Card company.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you questions based around a dumb online quiz. So,
all right, I'm down for this. Let's see what happens. I can't really tell, by the way, how bad this looks behind me because I'm wearing 3D glasses.
Hey, you can't really tell what's going on.
Okay, I just saw the word Yamaha, so there's a guy screaming. Let's not talk about that.
As long as humans have been telling stories, we've been trying to scare the bejesus out of each other. And
they actually said bejesus on an American Express website?
Yes, they did.
Holy shit.
And cinema, with its long evolving arsenal of special effects, is the perfect medium for ramping up thrills and chills. Even
bone-cutting spells! And your ticket pays for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
How well do you know cinema's best tales of terror? Let's find out.
Let's find out. Okay. First question.
Released in 1896 and with a runtime of just over 3 minutes, the first ever horror film was made in the United States, Germany, or France.
France.
Correct. La Manoir du Diable, directed by Georges Méliès, is widely considered to be the first horror film.
I feel pretty good about that. There's a semi-truck on fire behind me. Don't worry about that. I love this scene, by the way, because that actor is Australian and he loses his accent for a second. It's hilarious. I make references to that on my YouTube page. Spanish? No, it's a Romantic language. They all sound very similar. French, Spanish, and Italian. They have very similar words.
What was the first horror film to receive a Best Picture nomination at the Academy Awards? Was it The Babadook from 2014, The Exorcist from 1973, or The Thing from 1982?
Academy Award nomination.
What was the first horror film to receive a Best Picture nomination at the Academy Awards?
As one of the first movies I know to win is not on that list, so Babadook is right out. And I want to say that the other two came before that, so that's complicated. Well, okay, The Thing wasn't very well received when it first came out. I remember that, so I'm going to say The Exorcist.
Correct. The Exorcist was the first of only 6 horror movies to ever be nominated. The Silence of the Lambs in 1992 was the only one that has won the award.
Yes, that's the one I was going to say. The only one I know has won is Silence of the Lambs, and I know it wasn't on the list. So,
you ready?
Yeah, I'm going to be. Hey, I'm. How many questions are there? 10.
16.
It's a 100 question quiz. We're going to be here for the rest of the night.
16 questions.
16 questions. 14 to go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, hit me with number 3.
Having appeared in numerous hit horror fests, having appeared in numerous. I hate the way that this is worded. Having appeared in numerous hit horror fests in the 70s and 80s, which actress is often referred to as the original Scream Queen? Jamie Lee Curtis, Linnea Quigley, or Neve Campbell?
You said the original Scream Queen. You have to be very specific about the wording there. which makes me say Jamie Lee Curtis. I think Leanna Quigley is the quintessential
You always do
scream
that.
queen.
It's Linnea Quigley.
Or Linnea. Yeah, Linnea Quigley.
You have done that for the entire time that I've known you.
I will always pronounce it wrong. I pronounce it the way it's spelled. I'm sorry. But I think it's Jamie Lee Curtis. I know it's not Neve Campbell because it's too fucking young. So I'm going to say Jamie Lee Curtis.
Correct.
I think Quigley is the more quintessential one. She stayed in the horror genre. Where Jamie Lee Curtis went on to do like comedies and shit. But
what creepy flick coined the infamous line, "Do you like scary movies?"
That would be Scream.
Yes, you are correct. The other options were I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I forgot it was. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's multiple choice because as soon as you ask the question, I think I already know the answer. Right?
It's okay because if you want to go that route, you can.
Well,
all right. So, what exactly is a scream queen? Would you like to explain?
A scream queen is the simplest way of saying that is a scream queen is somebody who is a woman who is prolific in the horror genre, specifically for their horrific, terrified screams on screen. Whenever they're somebody who is known for having the scream, for their movies. They generally do a lot of horror films.
It's a play on the word screen queen, which is what they used to call prolific actresses in regular films. It's the same thing, but for horror.
Yep. And so you've got I think Janet Leigh is probably the first one would be Janet Leigh more than Jamie Lee Curtis, but because of Psycho, but mostly it's and it really sticks to women who stick within the genre more than anything else. So you have Quigley and Caroline and
Fay Wray is probably the first scream queen.
Really, if you think about it, because King Kong King Kong was a horror movie when it first came out. It's not considered that anymore, but it was back then.
Now it's like this weird adventure movie, but it was absolutely a horror film back then.
Yep. All right, hit me with another one.
Brutus much? The Psycho 1960 was the first American film to feature a common household item on screen. What was that item? A toilet, a shower, or a bed?
It was a toilet. It's a flushing toilet.
Correct. It's also the first U.S. film to show a toilet flushing. So not only did it show a toilet, it also showed it flush.
Yep. It was a flushing toilet. They made a big deal about that. You couldn't. You can't do that. You can't say that. Anyway.
Hitchcock was an exploitation director through and through.
Was.
Regardless, everybody thinks everything he did was for art. He was exploiting specific things to do that.
He wanted to make people feel uncomfortable, and that was how he did it, was with little things like that. There was also the whole entire thing in Psycho of Janet Leigh's character is running away. Like women are supposed to stay at home with their man, but she was like, no, man, I'm getting the money and I'm going. Fuck this.
Taking the money and run. What famously low-budget blockbuster is credited with popularizing the found footage film genre? Wreck from 2007, Paranormal Activity from 2007, or the Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch Project. Right. I knew it was Blair Witch Project. That's the first.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. You have this look on your face.
The Evil Dead, 1981. Cabin Fever, 2004. And Misery, 1990. All feature what classic horror plot device? A haunted house? Deranged madhouse escapees? Or characters stranded in isolated places?
Stranded in isolated places.
Correct.
You have to know the plots of those movies to get that one.
You do.
That was easy.
Flesh-eating zombies are now a horror genre bread and butter.
Yep.
What movie served up audiences' first taste of cannibalistic zombies with a side of social commentary? White Zombie, 1932. Valley of the Zombies, 1946. Or Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
It'd have to be Night of the Living Dead. This is the social commentary.
Correct.
Has to be. Yeah, because the whole communist thing.
Prior to George A. Romero's cult film, silver screen zombies were usually depicted as corpses reanimated and controlled through the use of voodoo.
That is true. Hmm.
In the vampire genre, Neil Jordan's Interview with a Vampire, 1994, is a pretty solid featurette.
I just thought about what Norm Macdonald said about that movie on Weekend Update.
Which then 11-year-old actress said she was grossed out by having to give Brad Pitt a kiss on the cheek in the movie, saying he had cooties. Was it Kirsten Dunst, Christina Ricci, or Julia Stiles?
Oh my God, I don't remember who played the little girl in that movie. Give me the answers again.
Kirsten Dunst, Christina Ricci, or Julia Stiles?
God, I don't think it was Stiles. This is going to be the one that I'm guessing on. I probably get this wrong. Let me think. Christina Ricci did Wednesday. I don't think she was.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I don't think she was in Interview with a Vampire because she was Wednesday in Addams Family, and I don't think she was. I think she was already like 13 when she did that film. Trying to remember Kirsten Dunst's first role. I'm just gonna put my money on Kirsten Dunst right now. I was right.
Yes, it's Kirsten Dunst.
Okay. Oh God, I had to suss that one out in my.
It's obviously been a while since you've seen Interview with a Vampire.
It has. Like I said, the Norm Macdonald thing was funny when he was on Weekend Update. They did the Weekend Update movie review, and the Weekend Update movie review was great because he was like, "It's time for the Weekend Update movie review. This week, Interview with a Vampire. My review, not gay enough."
As
a queer man, I appreciate that. I'm like, yes. Oh God, it could have been so gayer. Yes.
What cult movie franchise is said to be cursed following a series of accidents and tragedies involving the actors in various films?
I know this one.
Alien, Poltergeist, or Hostel?
Poltergeist.
You are correct.
Yep. Which is it's so bullshit, but I love it because they're like, everybody who's ever worked on Poltergeist is dead, and I'm like, I don't think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure.
Craig T. Nelson is still alive.
I was pretty sure Craig T. Nelson is still alive. I couldn't remember his name for a minute. I was going to say the guy from Coach.
The guy from Coach, yeah. We're just going to throw this.
Zelda Rubinstein was alive for a very long time. She even got to do a couple of cameo roles in some other movies. She was in like Behind the Mask, which made me laugh so fucking hard.
I'm just going to vomit out a question because it's true or false. Stephen King was happy with the film adaptation. True or false? Stephen King was not happy with the film adaptation of The Shining.
False. He's not happy with it.
So true then, because it was Stephen King was not happy with the film.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. King has voiced many issues with the film over the years, from its misogynistic depiction of Wendy to the fact that Jack Nicholson's character, Jack Torrance, had no story arc. As King remarked in an interview with Deadline, in the book, he's a guy who's struggling with his sanity and he finally loses it. To me, that's a tragedy. In the movie, there's no tragedy because there's no real change.
That is like the worst impression of Stephen King that I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you. I'm from Maine.
Yeah, it's not your case for Maine talk. You don't talk like this. What's the question here? Or was that it?
That was the dumb question. All right,
Okay,
now we have a
yeah.
question.
Okay.
Which of the following popular films was not at one time banned in the UK? Last House on the Left, The Exorcist, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Evil Dead, or none of the above?
What was the question again?
Which of the following popular films was not at
Not-
one time banned in the UK? So
Not
which one of
banned.
these isn't a video nasty?
Gotcha. Okay.
Last House on the Left,
Uh-huh.
The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Evil Dead, or all of the above?
I know for a fact.
Or sorry, none of the above.
Okay, so I was gonna say I know for the fact Evil Dead was a video nasty, so it's definitely not the last two. So my choices are Exorcist, Last House, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I believe Texas Chainsaw Massacre is. This is a shot in the dark guess. I'm going to say Exorcist.
Hey, I'm a whore right now. Thank you. The answer was none of the above.
Oh no, bullshit! Evil Dead's a video nasty.
Which of the following popular films was not at one time banned in the UK? Not banned. None of the above. They were all banned.
Oh, I misunderstood the question. Okay.
Well, you got it wrong.
Right, I
because
understood the question. I understood the question. I misunderstood that last answer. I thought they were saying none of these have ever been banned. And I was like, no, at least one of them has been banned. Like I said that specifically. I know for a fact Evil Dead was, and I was pretty sure Texas was.
You got it wrong because you didn't understand it. It's fine. You're still it's a hollow loss on that one question.
Yeah, it's a weird question.
You're literally 11 for 12.
They wrote the question weird. That's not my fault.
Which of the following is not recognized as a horror subgenre?
Uh-oh.
Slasher, squelcher, or splatter?
Squelcher. I don't know what the fuck Squelcher is. Is that about truck drivers and CB radios?
You are correct. It is. The squelcher is not a thing.
Squelcher. It's a genre of horror involving radios.
To the next question, on to technology. Technology can be terrifying, as depicted in the 1998 Japanese classic, Ringu, and its 2002 Hollywood remake, The Ring, which centers around a haunted blank. Anyone who watches it will die after 7 days. Is it a YouTube video, a DVD, or a videotape?
Oh, let's be very specific on this one. It is a VHS tape, not a Betamax. VHS.
It could have been on beta.
It wasn't, though. We watched the movie. It's not on beta.
I know, but I think it could have been on beta.
No, you're thinking of Videodrome.
Please shove your tape into my
Stomach vagina. You have to say it the way he says it, though. Stomach vagina. David Cronenberg is making this movie, and we just decided to give him a stomach vagina. Why does he get high pitched when he says stomach vagina?
I don't know. He's weird.
He's fucking weird.
His son. I got 15 minutes into Possessor, and it's really heavy. And like I need to get back into Possessor, but his son is gonna take the mantle that his dad made and fucking ride that bitch into the sun. Because he learned everything from his father and is going above and beyond. Hey. So that's happening.
If I was David Cronenberg's son, I'd turn it to 11 as well. Like, come on.
This one's specifically for you, Skunk.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to stop smiling.
Smile. Okay.
Celebrated for their originality and suspense, and for putting African American characters front and center. Recent horror successes Us in 2019 and Get Out in 2017 were written and directed by which writer, actor, comedian? Was it Tyler Perry, Whoopi Goldberg, or Jordan Peele?
It's Jordan Peele, right? But now I kind of want to see Tyler Perry's version of Get Out.
It's called Boo.
It's Boo too. Boom, Medea Halloween too. Just because you would imagine. Okay, all right.
He finally retired Medea this year.
Just think about this for a minute, though. Could you imagine Medea in Get Out?
Hello,
as soon as hey, dude, as soon as they start doing the thing with the team, Medea would be like, "Oh hell no, I ain't going down to the darkness. Get me out of this chair. I'll whip your ass."
Yeah, I like this as well. Trying to picture like Whoopi Goldberg's version of us.
Oh,
Whoopi Goldberg is a very wholesome woman too. So like if you look at like the 90s and the stuff she did, she was very Oprah. So she would be like trying to tell a drama tale about people that live on the other side.
On the flip side, she also was in Bogus, so like she knows how to do fucking like she would know like how to do surreal, weird ass imagery and shit. She could make that movie fucking happen. I believe in her. And Whoopi Goldberg has a dark side to her, man. She's done some pretty dark films.
Not counting the 2 forthcoming films slated to debut in 2020 and 2021, respectively.
This is an old quiz.
Yeah. How many movies are there in the Halloween franchise?
Son of a bitch. Okay.
6, 11, or 13?
Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3. It's after Halloween 3 I start getting confused because there's The Return of Michael Myers, The Curse of Michael Myers, and The Revenge of Michael Myers, I think. Then you have the 2 Rob Zombie ones, right? So there's the 2 Rob Zombie ones, and then there's the first Halloween. So I've got 9 somehow. What were the options again?
6, 11, or 13?
God. I know it's not 6. Unless they're not. Fuck me. Oh, shit. I forgot about. Okay, I know what I did. I forgot about H2O and I forgot about
Resurrection.
Yeah, Resurrection. The one with Busta Rhymes, Kung Fu Busta Rhymes, which would make 11. So I'm going to say 11.
You are correct. You win nothing. Oh, you got 15 out of 16 right. You are a master of horror. Right. And now we'll go ahead and show you the GIF that it plays. Give me one moment here.
You could just do the share tab thing if you wanted.
Shh.
There's an ultrasound going on behind me.
Shh. Shh. I am Freddy Krueger.
Oh, thank you, Jordan.
All right.
Where's Jordan Freddy Krueger? Anyway. Yeah, Static claps for me. Well, thank you, Static. You're a good dude.
I think you would have gotten 16 out of 16 instead of 15 out of 16 if you would have understood that question.
If that one question wasn't worded weird. What's with the double negative? Don't do double negatives. That's weird.
So, American Express, the credit card company,
yes,
wants to congratulate you on being a master of horror.
Are they offering me a card with 0 interest for 6 months or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
But they did say, from creature features to slash fests and indie chillers, you've seen so many horror flicks, you could probably even survive one. After all, you don't mess with the occult. You would never venture into a creepy basement or a dark forest by yourself, and you wouldn't dream of turning your back on a mass killer, especially if he's been dead. This Halloween, take a seat at your local cinema. Feast on autumn fresh crops of horror releases like It Chapter 2, The Lighthouse, and Dr. Sleep.
Okay, so 2 things wrong with that. A, I know about it. I know as much about the horror genre, obviously, seeing how I answered those questions. I know as much about the horror genre as Randy Meeks does, and that motherfucker couldn't survive 2 movies. He survived 1. He didn't survive the second one. Okay.
Do you follow his YouTube channel?
Jamie Kennedy?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you had a YouTube
Oh,
channel.
he does this thing that's called How I Got Cast. And he talks about how he got cast in Scream. And then in another video, he talks about how he got cast in Scream 2 because they weren't sold on him coming back in Scream 2 originally. And like he tells these wonderful stories of Wes Craven. You should fucking check it out. It's cool. It's really cool.
Well, the other thing I was going to say though is that they were like, you wouldn't turn your back on a killer. Like, I'm sorry. There's a specific movie series that might be playing behind me right now where that's why you defeat the killer in the first film. Come on. And and by the way, I do want to object to the fact that this movie series was never once mentioned in there. Wes Craven kind of was.
At least you got a gif of Jordan Peele saying, I am
Freddy Krueger. That was nice. Yeah. Grassy. An Aussie Kids live action series about preteen mermaids called H2O, Just Add Water. There's the sequel to which was H2O 20 years later. The mermaids have grown legs. And well, Jamie Lee Curtis was in a movie about mermaid. Wasn't she? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Talk about Splash.
Yeah.
Wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's not Jamie Lee Curtis.
No.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in A Fish Called Wanda. That's a different movie.
Yeah, Daryl Hannah was in Splash.
Yeah. I always get A Fish Called Wanda and Splash mixed up in my head. I don't know why. Well, that was fun. Now we run out of things to do.
All right, we're going to do another one. You're going to guess what these horror movies are based on the plots.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
I don't know how many there are. This is from Alternative Press. So these people are friends with the Insane Clown Posse. That's all I know about them. And they're a magazine.
Okay.
A grandmother's dark secret has devastating consequences for her family in this terrifying thriller. Midsummer, Hereditary, Dolores Claiborne, or the others.
Hereditary.
You are correct. Ding, 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 ding.
It's because I was sitting there thinking, you know how I figured that out? Is I've never seen Hereditary. I figured that out because I know the plots of the other three movies. It just happened to be the one I haven't seen.
A young priest facing a crisis of faith enlists the help of an aging holy man in the battle for a young girl's soul. Beyond the Door, The Sentinel, The Last Exorcism, or The Exorcist.
Oh, because that could be a couple of those, but I think the fact that it's a young priest and an old priest is very specific to The Exorcist.
You're correct.
Thought so. This is how we do it. Static. The Static said that's a way to do it, right? And it just made me think about that song.
Jordan McKnight. I think that's
no, it's Michael is. No, wait, hold on. What was his name? Montel Jordan. That's it. It's
Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan.
4 friends run afoul of a murderous family on the night before Halloween. House of a Thousand Corpses. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Tourist Trap.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
It tells me the percentage of people that got that wrong. 34% of people thought that was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre doesn't happen on Halloween. Sorry.
A meek church organist is haunted by the ghostly visions in this macabre movie. Let's Scare Jessica to Death, Carnival of Souls, Dementia 13, or The Haunting.
Do you want to repeat that?
A meek church organist is haunted by ghostly visions in this macabre movie.
Uh-huh.
Let's Scare Jessica to Death, Carnival of Souls, Dementia 13, or The Haunting.
God, it's been so freaking long since I've seen it. But it's the only, again, I'm doing the same thing I did in the first one. I'm pretty sure I know the plots of the other 3 movies. Well, actually, you know what? One of those films I haven't seen at all. I'm going to guess Dementia 13.
Incorrect.
Oh, it's Let's Scare Jessica to Death?
No.
Which one is it?
Dude, it's Carnival of Souls.
Carnival of Souls?
Yes. The public domain movie that you should have seen.
I've seen Carnival of Souls several times. I don't remember it being about an organist, and it's very weird. Carnival of Souls, I thought was Carnival of Souls was the dude coming after the woman because he's trying to take her to the afterlife and she doesn't want to go. Isn't that Carnival of Souls? I thought that was Carnival of Souls.
Carnival of Souls is a 1962 American independent film produced by blah, blah, blah. It follows Mary Henry, a young woman whose life is disturbed after a car crash. She relocates to a new city where she finds herself unable to assimilate with the locals and becomes drawn to a pavilion of an abandoned carnival. Yes, she is a church organist.
Okay. All right. I don't remember her being a church organist.
Whatever.
So
who cares?
I got it wrong. That's why I care. It's some bullshit. Anyway, go on.
A group of counselors is stalked and murdered while trying to reopen a summer camp, which was once the site of a drowning and double murder.
Unmasked Part 25.
Evil Dead, Cabin in the Woods, Sleepaway Camp, or Friday the 13th.
Saturday the 14th.
Listen here, you little shit. You
It's Friday the 13th. We all know it's Friday the 13th. Who's the killer in Friday the 13th?
My mom. If only my name is Jason. It'd be funny, but it's not. My name is Jason.
Not.
It's Audrey. You know that already.
It's Audrey. Yeah.
A young wife is the unwilling vessel for Satan's child. The Omen, the 7th sign. The Brood, or Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby.
It was Rosemary's Baby.
Baby. Gravy for baby. A carefree teen finds herself the victim of a terrifying curse after a tryst with her new boyfriend. The Black Coat's daughter Shivers. It follows. Or the killing of a sacred deer. It follows. I thought that was going to be Ginger Snaps for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But then you said boyfriend, and I went, no, it's It Follows.
But there are a lot of people that don't like that movie, and they can fuck off. I thought it was a pretty great movie.
It Follows is just fucking. It Follows is a movie that has a weird setting because you can't tell if it's in the fucking future or not. She pulls out that fucking weird ass like flip phone e-reader thing that looks like a clamshell or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Like, what the fuck? Like how the Purge, like the first Purge movie, is supposed to be like taking place in the future, but they were on low budget. So the only reason to even figure out it's supposed to take place in the future is the one kid's got VR goggles that he controls a little fucking robot with.
Yeah.
They don't have that.
Which is like a really out of place scene because it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be the future. It's weird.
It's a very weird movie.
A night in a secluded backwood cabin turns into a grueling fight for survival when 5 college kids unwillingly unleash an ancient evil. The Burning, The Cabin in the Woods, Evil Dead, or The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, there's a tricky thing with the number of people there. Because the first Evil Dead only has, the original Evil Dead only had 4 people. Right? But are they talking about the remake? Or are they talking about, did they give years for the movies?
No.
I cannot be talking about Evil Dead then, because if they're not giving it a year, they can't possibly be talking about the remake.
Name the characters in the Evil Dead.
Ash, Linda, and those other 2 fucks whose names I don't remember. I only remember Ash and his girlfriend because they're the only ones that show up in 2. I don't remember a 5th guy in the first Evil Dead. So okay. But they're okay. Let me think about this from the perspective of Cabin in the Woods. right, I believe does have 5 people because there's the guy and his girlfriend. There's the other guy. There's the final girl. Yeah, there's 5 because there's 5 sacrifices. They specifically talk about that. So, God, read the description of the plot again.
A night in a secluded backwoods cabin turns into a grueling fight for survival when 5 college kids unwillingly unleash an ancient evil.
Specifically, college kids too, which they do. Every single one of those kids in Cabin in the Woods specifically are going to college. That's how they all know each other. They're all friends from college. So I have to say Cabin in the Woods.
You're incorrect.
Who's the 5th guy in Evil Dead?
Cheryl, Scott, Linda, and Shelly.
Who the fuck is Shelly?
His fucking sister.
Is she there? I don't remember a 5th person. I just remember the 2 couples. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the first Evil Dead, obviously.
It has been.
Okay. When you said Shelly, by the way, when you said Shelly, the first thing I thought of was Friday the 13th Part 3. I was like, I don't remember any Shelly. Then you said his sister. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, you missed that one.
I did. To be fair, both of those plots.
You overthought it.
They're well, yeah. I mean, Ancient Evil, 5 college students, secluded cabin in the woods, and it happens at night. That's. I mean, they're both the same. The whole reason
that they went to a cabin in the woods and there are 5 sacrifices are from Evil Dead. So naturally, in Evil Dead, there would be 5 people. It is an analog of that, and I definitely get what you mean. But it's not said in Cabin in the Woods that they are all in college. It is assumed that they are all in college. It is specifically said in Evil Dead that they were taking a college break whenever they went to the cabin.
No, because that's the thing. Is the only character we don't know for a fact that because all the other 4 are talking about the college classes that they have at the very beginning of the movie. The only person we don't know is Stoner Dude. He doesn't ever mention going to class.
So it's never stated. So in that situation, you just assume
friends. So
it's probably just their weed dealer.
Anyway, well, James H. and East assumed that it was that they were brother and sister. It turns out they're just friends. They don't even know that much about each other because the one chick is just all like, I don't even think he has a cousin.
An American student stumbles upon an ancient coven of witches in this colorful Italian horror film.
Oh,
Beyond Deep Red, 4 Flies on Gray Velvet, or Suspiria.
It's Suspiria, for sure.
You are correct.
Mythos' favorite film. She loves it.
Hates Suspiria.
I know, that's why I said that. It was funny.
A carnival hypnotist in a seemingly clairvoyant sleep.
Try that again.
A carnival hypnotist in a seemingly That word will be the death of me.
Clairvoyant?
A carnival hypnotist and a seemingly clairvoyant sleepwalker are at the center of a murder mystery in this terrifying classic in which nothing is as it seems. Magic. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. The Hands of Orlac. Or Freaks. One of us.
It's not Freaks.
Google.
I'm going to say because I didn't watch it when we last played it, and I don't remember. But it sounds sort of like the plot to Dr. Caligari.
You are correct. It is the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. If you have seen Rob Zombie's Living Dead Girl music video, you've actually seen the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah.
He pretty much boiled it down into a quick little music video. He did a pretty good job. It just strangely enough.
I remember the clairvoyant sleepwalker thing, and that was all I could remember from that movie, because when we showed it on SVC, I didn't watch it. I wasn't there that night. So I missed it.
But you still got it right.
You're doing the creepy fingers. What are you doing creepy fingers for?
So I could creepy fingers to finger guns.
What is
creepy guns? Creepy guns.
Creepy guns. I thought you were doing the thing that Johnny Depp does in The First Nightmare. Woo!
A year after her mother is murdered, a teen is terrorized by a new killer who uses horror films as part of the deadly game. Is this scary movie Saw, Scream, or Halloween?
I was gonna say scary movie as a joke. Scream.
To Scream.
I was literally gonna say scary movie, but that's not accurate.
An insane former child star holds her disabled sister captive in their crumbling Hollywood mansion. Hush, hush, sweet Charlotte. The Comeback. The Dark Secret of Harvest Home. Or Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
I have no idea. I've never seen this movie. And if I have seen it, I've forgotten. I'm just going to have to take a wild guess. What were the titles again?
Hush, hush, sweet Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
The Comeback.
Uh-huh.
The Dark Secret of Harvest Home.
Uh-huh.
Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
I've never seen any of these. I want to say it's not Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, because I believe that's something else entirely. So Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte sounds like it might be the most close to that. So I'm going to go with that one.
Incorrect. It is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Really?
You got 9 out of 12.
What is that? I want to... Oh, God. That sounds awesome. Is that movie any good? I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Oh, wow.
So what I've learned is you are really well versed in modern horror, from like the 70s to like, I won't say modern horror, I'll say from like the 70s to like the late 2010s. You seem pretty well versed in horror.
Yeah,
the classic stuff is what seems to elude you, because you missed the question about Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Yeah,
and Carnival of Souls, and you had to guess on Dr. Caligari. So it seems like that's where your gap is. So now, if you want to mend your horror gap, you know that you need to dive into some classics. Bridge that gap.
There's so much Bridget. Don't bring her into this. We don't need to bring her into this.
Monsters rule. Okay. Yeah.
That movie was so goofy. I love it. No, like warm in here. I'm gonna take my jacket off. I'm not opposed to stuff from the 50s and 60s, stuff like that. I've seen a bunch of it. I just haven't watched any lately. Because there's so much cool shit from the 70s, 80s, and 90s I haven't seen yet that I like to see.
The 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
I remember those commercials. Yeah. You get 13 CDs for a penny. With no obligation.
I was so like, there are infomercials that are so infamously stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Monster Ballads infomercial.
Yeah.
More than words. Just in the middle of the night, waking me up. In the Shirley Temple commercial, animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits, loop de loop.
Yeah, the thing I remember about the Monster Ballads commercial would be like, all the classic hits from the 70s and 80s. Heaven isn't too far away.
All right, so I think I'm gonna do this now. Let's go ahead and strap these on, just so I can show off what's behind me. Hey Google, lights, white. Brightness. All right, now as everybody sees, everything is fucking blown the fuck out and washed out. I don't care. Shut up. I love you, but shut up. Stop. She was talking to me. All right, okay. So directly behind me is something that Plastic and from Scrubhaus Video Club, one of the big wigs, and Dismembers Only, local friend, also part of Scrubhaus Video Club. Together we are Knox Video, helped put together. I have it hanging on my wall. We're going to be taking it with us to conventions and stuff whenever we go. And that is going to be the Scrubhaus banner that you see back there.
I think it's so cool.
It's big. It's really big.
It is.
And okay, Google, lights purple.
There we go. That's better.
All right, and that
speaking
leads
of
me
cons,
the announcement of the fact that Scrubhaus Video Club will be attending CreepyCon 2021 in Knoxville. We will have a table. I'll be splitting it with Knox Video. It's going to be a 10-foot table, so I'm going to have a 5-foot area essentially and whatnot, where we will be promoting Scrubhaus Video Club members and all of their projects. So, like, Jack, who is here, will be promoting Jack's comic, which is I don't have the information on right in front of me, but if I'm also a Twitch mod in Jack's chat, and I can't just hit !Crocus to make it pull up here, but still. So there's that. We're going to be talking about the game, which we can say exists at this point. So we'll be probably showing something from the game, as well as highlighting likely Mythos Santa's like tabletop RPG efforts, any wrestling doodads that the Skunk Rocker has going on, all that fun stuff. So that's going to be in August. So if you find yourself around, I get the exact dates actually. Let me pull this up. If you are going to be around the Knoxville, Tennessee area on August 20th through 22nd, you can come and see us. It doesn't say the exact spot. It's probably going to be the convention center typically is. They probably just don't have it super booked that day, whatever. There's other spots we can do it, or they can do it if they don't get that. There's enough. And we're hoping that the vaccine is going to be out there enough that people are going to be able to take advantage of coming out in mass again. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But regardless, I'm going to be masked up there, handing out pamphlets and whatnot. So you can come and see us. Come talk to me. We can talk about like the final.
And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be doing stuff too. I'll probably just be sitting in a chair looking pretty, but that's all that's all I'm good for these days.
Looking something.
I'm fucking worthless.
Sitting in a chair looking something. Like me. I'll be looking like a heffalump of myself.
I need to fucking shave. I need to get rid of it. I have this fucking rat growing on my face. I need to get rid of it.
I don't think you need to get rid of it. I think you should trim it down.
You need to get rid of it. I'm horrible with a beard.
I don't think it looks bad, dude.
I look like the fucking biker from Terminator 2.
Yep. Holy shit.
Anyway.
Can you Omega pose for me?
It
said, can you Omega pose for me?
I don't know how he poses.
Like, he does the Terminator thing. That's
no the Terminator thing?
Yeah.
What do you mean the Terminator thing?
The on like the knees with the
you know how hard that would be on camera? You would just see like the top of my head. It would just be like this.
True. Well, what I'll do then?
I'll give you the RVD. How about that?
What I will give you
the Jesse Ventura
is the biker from Terminator 2.
Yeah. Which if I take off everything and put my hair back.
Yeah, you look younger than he does.
Like the young version of the biker from Terminator 2.
You're a young version of the biker from Terminator 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why I need to shave the shit off.
So do you have any announcements?
No, I got nothing. I got the new place, and I've been trying to get, other than the green screen, I put all my posters and shit up, and I built a bookshelf, and that's
So you've been productive.
I'm working on getting it more cleaned up and shit. I haven't been able to find everything that I like brought over that I thought was important. So I'm missing a couple of things, which worries me because I'm like, I brought them over here. Huh?
Maybe you left a box.
I didn't leave a box. No, I'm saying like it's in a box. I just don't know where it is.
That always happens after you move.
I hate that shit. And also the whole entire thing of like when you move into a new place and you gotta sit there and you're thinking like, I don't need anything. You ask me all the time, do you need anything? I'm like, I'm fine. I should have everything I need. I brought all my stuff with me. I didn't need anything else when I was living over it. And then I get here and I'm like, oh fuck, I need towels, I need forks, I need spoons, I need a curtain rod, I need so much shit. It's just so that's the process right now of me doing that, just being all like, I need this thing, I need to go. Like I had to go buy a separate freaking trash can because they do recycling in Hamilton County, so I had to have a second trash can. I'm like, because otherwise I'm never gonna get any recycling done.
Yeah,
fucking weird, man.
Well, I have no more announcements.
So.
Why don't we see if we have any audience questions?
Yeah, well, we only have 3 people watching right now, but if they have any questions, I'd love to hear them.
Ask us stuff.
I'll leave that up for the rest of the time. You know who we are. Who gives a shit?
I asked all these fucking questions, and can't nobody ask me a fucking question.
I got a question.
Dreadful.
I got a question for you. Does Barry Manilow know that you rate his wardrobe?
Fun fact, Barry Manilow was the name of Tom Green's character in Road Trip.
I like that one dude in Office Space. His name is Michael. Isn't he Michael Bolton?
Yes, Mike Bolton. Yeah.
Or he's Mike Bolton, but everybody goes, your name's Michael Bolton?
He's like Mike Bolton.
Okay, I prefer Mike.
Yeah.
And then he has that interview with the Bobs, and the Bobs are just all like, Michael Bolton. Oh, that's so cool. I love Michael Bolton. You know, it's whenever he sings A Man Loves a Woman, and he's just like, yep, gotta love that Michael Bolton. Trying not to say anything, and finally he just snaps and he's like, look, you can just call me Mike. Oh god, that's a good movie.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have any questions from the audience.
Nobody ever asks any questions.
Nobody ever asked me any fucking questions.
Oh yeah, I want a question right now. There's 3 people watching. There's 3 of you. One of you can ask a question. Come on, Static. Come on. I know you're still watching on Twitch. Boat or Grassy, whoever the other person on Twitch is. Somebody's watching on YouTube. I guarantee you that's Butt Soup, whoever that is. I don't know who Butt Soup is. Butt Soup a friend of yours? Or
I have no idea. I don't know anyone by the actual name of Butt Soup.
Ask a question. Oh. Ask a. I have to go.
I got a question for you.
I feel like I'm gonna go into Matt Damon mode and be all like, ask a fucking question, or I'm gonna fucking spank you.
Don't spank me.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Hold on. I want to answer this question.
Okay. You answer the question since I don't know who that is.
Plastic needs to cosplay as Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. And the reason that I say this is not only can Plastic do the impression, his face looks mighty Kuwabara-ish, and he has red hair.
Yes, he is. He's definitely.
So Plastic is actually, we've had discussions about how Plastic should cosplay as Kuwabara, and every time I say that, he goes, "You're a Messi," like perfectly. So like we want that to happen specifically.
Well, that's it. That was the one question that we got.
You got the question.
Now we can end the show. All right. So Audrey, would you like to say anything else before we turn this thing off?
Yes, I would like to say a few words.
Mm-hmm.
Tater tots, duck sauce, fat, butt, and dong.
I just want to say boobs. I'm saying it again. Boobs.
Yeah, I'll say that. Thanks for scrubbing, since that's what Grass Dragon said.
Thanks for being a scrubby.
Thank you for being a scrub. We'll get a fucking DMCA. What the fuck's the end?
Like we didn't get one for this?